in the beginning, when we're trying to figure out what's the working number, okay, is like, let's say it's like 35. When you start your walk and then you end up on like 75. And every walk is 35 to 75, right? And I do that for a week, then it's safe to assume 75 is that number.
Okay.
That the next day, 75.
For starters.
Exactly. So I'm starting at that ending number. So like me, I actually already know this, but for the client, because either they got to get comfortable with the remote, or just like, you know, they feel bad. And I'm like, well, if every time you walk your dog, you always end up at 75, what does logic tell you?
Yeah, okay.
They're like, 75 is the number. I'm like, exactly. So then now I can start off at 75. Okay? So what I would do, that's why I asked, like, what's the highest you've gone? And he said,
Right.
as high as 90, as low as 50.
Yeah.
So the middle ground would be 70.
77. Okay.
Yeah. So then I start off right there. And then we see how do the walks end up going after that. And if you're like, oh yeah, like, you know, it only took me a couple turns and after that it was really good, then I go, great, we found that number. Doesn't mean it's not going to go higher, or maybe that some days it might be lower,
Right.
but I'm starting there and making my life easier as opposed to, you know, doing the original approach of dialing it up. And I don't worry about going back down ever. I always worry about what's going to make you listen. That's all I care about. Is the dog listens and does what he's supposed to do, right? Otherwise, if you're trying to be nice and like, hey, bud, I'm going to lower this for you, he's driving you crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you're dealing with that.
Right on.
So, okay.
Just for fairness to him, like he has been good. It takes that initial hump.
Sure. So yeah, this should get rid of the initial hump there.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, let's say here he's worse, okay? But in your neighborhood, he's great. Then I really don't care about how he is here because this would be like unrealistic to you
Okay.
and where you live, which is why we train here. I get clients that come from the suburbs here. They're like, we're in Winnetka, man. You know, they're like, we don't see like a lot, none of this. It's not that busy, right? But if they can train here, then they can train anywhere. Is how I look at it. Okay. So, but yeah, I care about how he is in your environment because that's realistic. That's where he lives. That's where he, you know, that's where all the issues are. And if it's here, it's like, yeah, he's a Daycare, but when I get back home, he's really good, or he's like 90% better. Then I go, okay, cool. Then that's what I care about.
Right on. Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I mean it's definitely better just that initial hump on every walk. I mean, do you agree?
Yeah.
You got him neutered?
No.
Oh.
I called
sorry.
today. I'm going to meet with the doctor next week to get the vaccine and then discuss the needle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, make an appointment for that.
Sure. Okay. Let's go ahead. So today, I think we're planning on the recall. Is that
Right.
correct? Yeah. Do we have a long leash? Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna work in this area here. All right. We can bring him around. We're gonna be right here in this little like grass, as much grass as there is area here. And you're gonna keep both leashes on him. Let's go ahead and clip that long leash to his collar. Okay, and who's gonna do the first batch of the recalls?
All right.
So you're gonna take the end of the long leash then, and she'll take the end of the short leash.
Oh yeah. We should have the remote.
You.
Okay. Stay.
Right. So I'm going to show you when you do the recall, what you're going to do is you're going to get to the end of your leash, okay? And then, boop, boop, boop. All right, is right.
Stay.
Good. So you have this is good, okay? Which hand do you use the remote with?
Right.
So, okay. So then you're gonna have your remote here, okay?
Same hand.
Yeah. And then you're gonna have the leash draped over your left hand like this, okay? And with the remote, because you'll be pressing, or you know.
Oh, I should have the right hand.
Oh yeah. There you go. is you're going to be feeding that leash through using these fingers that are not pressing any buttons, like this. Okay? And then whenever you stop reeling in your leash, you want to get in the habit of doing this. Perfect. Okay? So that's that lock. Remember last week we were talking about the trainer locks and we're going like this and stuff? So the reason why we're doing it, it's super important for this exercise, is a rope pull. Because if you decide to like shoot off or run away, I've had people try to hold the leash and it does not bode well. Okay? So you want to make sure that anytime you stop reeling it in, you just naturally lock it like this. Okay? So if you were to try to book it or anything, he might jolt you a little bit, but he's not going to burn your hand. Oh, the balcony side? Yeah. All right. We'll keep it like this. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is we have to layer the remote over the recall. So what you're gonna do is you'll end up getting a distance like to the end of your leash away from Pancho here, and you're gonna put tension on the leash, and you're gonna time that tension with the tapping. Okay. And then you're gonna start moving backwards, like this, okay? As you're tapping, as Pancho starts running towards you, you stop tapping. There he goes.
Okay.
Sorry. There you got it.
Yeah, I started with the idea of making taking out one link, and I did, but I could hardly even do it.
Sure. You got it.
Sit.
All right. So you're gonna time it so that when he starts moving towards you, you would then stop tapping, and you're gonna reel in your leash as he's moving towards you. Okay? So you're putting a little bit of tension, tap, draw him to you. As he's moving to you, you're gonna start reeling in that leash. And then we're trying to get him to come to you, okay?
Sorry.
What's up?
I don't know why you're looking so beautiful.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay? Nothing's gonna be perfect. That's life. Okay? So then, as he's coming to you, I know. Let him go. That's okay. Just let him go. Okay? Welcome to having a German Shepherd. I've had louder and I've had more noisier. Okay? So, as he's running to you, you're gonna move backwards. Draw that leash in. Okay? Once he arrives, good boy. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You're gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna coach you through it. So I'm gonna coach you through it.
Quiet, boy, quiet.
Is he this loud at home?
No, this is.
No, like
Today he's been howling a lot.
Sure.
yeah, howling is new. It's newish, a couple weeks or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Like you thought maybe it's not a bark, you can get away with it.
Sure, yeah.
Quiet.
So, whenever he's barking and stuff, I'm gonna have you as best you can, just ignore him for now. Okay, because I know you're saying quiet to quiet him down,
Sure.
right? But like you're barking at each other is essentially what that becomes. So your energy feeds into his energy, and then it's a feedback loop. Okay, so for now we're just gonna ignore him. I get it. Trust me, I don't like it either.
Yeah.
I hate barking.
No,
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So we can just focus on the exercise, get it out the way, okay, and then see if he starts to settle once we start moving. Okay. So go ahead and you're gonna back up and hit the end of your leash. Good. And then, there we go. You're gonna pull your leash a bit so you get some of that tension going. Like, right, hold your leash, right? So, right there, so that's good. So, apply a little bit of tension and you're gonna start tapping, tap, and now you're gonna drop. Yep, now back, tap, pull, tap, back, Now reel in that leash. Yep. You got it. Reel it in. Now back, tap, back. There you go. Hold right there. Now turn to face him. Backwards, tap, 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 tap. Hold right there. Turn to face him. Backwards, tap. Hold right there. Turn to face him. Back, tap. Good. Wait right there. Wait a moment. Turn to face him. Back, tap. Reel in a little bit more leash. That's good. Yeah, reel in a little bit more. Right there, hold. Wait right there. Now lightly pull towards you. Tap. And praise. Good boy. Okay, and then break. Good. So now we're gonna repeat that, okay? That was good.
Good, because I had no idea if that was good or not.
No, it was, because there's so much stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. No, you got it. You were good. As you start to do it more, it's gonna make more sense.
Okay, good, buddy. Sit. Stay. And you were saying, like, the finger loop is the same hand that you're holding the remote?
Correct. Yeah. So go ahead and loop that handle over your thumb, your right thumb. Good. And then you're gonna lay over the leash of your left hand.
And this was where I did this?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and reposition again.
Stay. Sit. Sit. Stay. Get it taut.
Yep. That's good. Tap. Tap. Now drop your leash. Yep. Back. Tap. Good. Reel in that leash. You got it. Back. Tap. Good. Yep. Hold right there. Yep. Good. Good. Turn to face him. Backwards. Tap. Good. Wait right there. Good. Now just tap and praise. You got it. Good job. Good. We're going to repeat that a few more times.
That makes me happy. Stay. Stay. Oh boy. Sit.
Tap. Good. You got it. It's all right. Go ahead and give it a leash.
Again?
Yeah. We're going to repeat this a few times. Get his mind redirected on something else. Okay?
Right on.
We're going to take our ball. We're going to just try stepping over.
That's your field.
Good. Tap. Tap. Now drop your leash. Yep. Tap. Back. Tap. Tap. Back. Tap. Good. Reel in that leash. Good job. You're good right there. Hold. Just slowly reel. Yep. Now wait. Tap. Back. Good. Wait. Tap. Praise. Good. We're going to repeat that 2 more times.
So Jesse, what is this exercise going to accomplish that you could?
Recall. Come and called.
Sit.
So eventually you could do this without me.
Correct. Yeah. But we need the leash now to make him come to us, because he won't.
Yeah, all right.
And I responded to your email, correct?
Sorry, bud. Sorry. Sit. I didn't send the reminder email. I forgot.
I thought you did.
I did the previous week,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't about something about dude and
Oh, the anxious dog.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
I forgot,
gotcha.
my bad.
Oh, it's underneath his legs here.
Pancho, sit.
Tap, back, drop leash. Good job. Back, tap, tap. Good. Tap, tap. Good. Tap, tap. Good. Tap, tap. Good. There you go. Better. Tap. Tap. And praise. One more.
One more for me, right?
Correct.
Pancho, sit. 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 Stay.
Right, good. Tap, tap, back. Tap, tap, back. Tap, tap, back. Good. Tap, good. Praise. Good. Going to swap.
Don't get in your own head about this. It was really weird for me the first time too. Pancho, sit. Yeah, shit, my bad. Sit. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this command is super messy
Right.
because of the two leashes and everything. It's, yeah.
We're the best. Sit. Stay. Yeah, so right thumb through the loop.
Yeah, you'll want to let that that slack go. Yeah, okay. And then put the loop over your right. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Do you hold your remote like that?
Usually it's on my left.
I thought you were like me. Never mind.
No, I use the remote on my left.
Okay, so then you're gonna have it reversed. You're gonna have your no, you have it. That's fine. You could use your left hand, but put the leash loop over your thumb, your left thumb.
Whatever hand you're gonna put the remote in, use the same thumb.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. And then with these fingers on your left hand, you're gonna use that to feed the leash through over your right hand. Like this. So put the leash, drape it over your right hand. Yep, like that. There you go. And then now you're gonna pull down from the other side. The other side. Because you want to feed it down. There you go, like that. And you're just throwing it on. I would just throw it on the ground. Because if you try to keep it in your hand like that, it's gonna get really cluttered. Okay. So now go ahead and get some distance. Okay.
I hope he doesn't know how much I think that's funny when
I'm annoyed by the barking, but the wooing is funny. So go ahead and now take up some slack here. Take up some more. Take up some more. Take up some more, like that, okay? So when you see it tense, you want the tension so that you can direct him towards you as you pull and move backwards, okay? It's a lot, it's okay. So we'll try it the first time.
It's weird, just listen to him. Yeah.
Go ahead. Ready? So pull back, tap, tap, tap. Now drop leash, back. Now reel your leash, back, tap, back, tap. There you go. Back, tap, Back tap. You got it. You got it. Good job. Back tap. Back tap. You got it. Right. Now. Good. Now hold. Tap. Tap. Praise. You got it. There you go. Good. Now we'll bring them back and try again. That wasn't too bad. That was good. You sound like me.
Yeah.
Back, yeah.
Pancho. Should he be sitting before? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Tap. Drop. Tap. Back. Tap. Back. Tap. Back. Good. Reel in that leash. Tap. Tap. Good. Hold right there. Turn to face Pancho. Back. Tap. Careful. Got tangled up there. Wait a moment. Tap. It's okay. I know. Tap. 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 Praise. Good. We'll try it 3 more times.
Seems like he's like resisting the sit more on these ones or something at the end.
For the return,
Yeah.
he's really like he doesn't want to sit still.
Right.
Like once we start getting him moving, he's actually fine. Like with the recall and stuff, that's the anxious energy. Anxious energy really wants to move. So we'll talk about that at the end to see what we can do to start addressing this. Okay. Go ahead. Tap. Back. Tap. Tap. Good. Yep. Reel in that leash. Good job. Tap. Back. Tap. Good. Wait right there. Tap. Hold. Tap. Good. And praise. So when he spirals around you, if you turn to, you'll keep the spiraling.
Right.
Yeah, so just stand still. And if he turns around, like you could just step out of the leash. Okay? 2 more.
I think I like these.
Spotted all over me. Going?
Yep. Tap. 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 Now drop. Yep. And back. Good job. Good. Turn. Back. Tap. There you go. Wait right there. Wait a moment. Tap. Tap. Right. Good. Wait. Tap. And praise. Good. 1 more. That was better. Tap, tap, back. Yep, good job. Better. Wait. Wait, tap. 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 Praise. Good. And bring him back. Good. So that was better. That was probably one of the better ones he's done so far. It was more direct. Now he's starting to figure it out. He's not so frustrated. So we're going to keep same handler. But now what we're going to do is, what's your number currently? 74. Let's go to 80. And what we're gonna do is now we're not gonna pull on the leash. Now you're gonna just meet at the end. You're gonna start tapping first. After a couple of taps, if he doesn't respond and move towards you, then you'll start to put tension as you're tapping and then continue like you were. Okay, so we're just flipping it so there's no tension at first. Now it's too much. Now back, you got it. Back, tap, back, reel in your leash, remember? There you go. And go down to 70. There you go. And praise. He put his butt down though. Good. Break. Good. I'm gonna try that 4 more times. Was that another tap? 45. 45. Wait a moment. Wait a sec. Go ahead and pause. Get situated first, that's fine. And tap, tap. Now back and pull, tap, reel it in, good. Tap, tap, tap. Back, tap, tap, back, yep. Keep back, keep back, keep back, keep back. You got it, good job. Good. Wait, tap. Wait. Tap, there you go. And praise. Good, much better. 3 more. All right. Tap, tap, tap. Now back, tap. Now back. Yep, there you go. Good. Reel in your leash. Good job. Tap back. Stand there. Yep, wait. Tap. Good. And praise. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. Good. Back, tap, tap. There you go. Good. Turn the face backwards, tap. Good. And tap, tap. Good. Praise. Good job. 1 more. Tap. Good. Now back. Good. Hold right there. Tap. Good. There you go. Good. Good. We're going to swap.
No, just about the tension and not really moving back this time, right?
Correct. Yeah. Tension only if he's not responding. Because I don't know if you noticed on a couple of them, he got confused.
Like it was me that he was supposed to...
Yeah. And that's why we do that.
Okay.
Because we're trying to condition him to respond to the person that's moving backwards.
Okay.
You know, and we're gonna layer in the word come as well, but this is just the foundation to make sure that the remote is actually making Pancho come to you.
Okay.
He'll need a remote.
Hey. Oh.
Nice throw.
Yeah, that was a good throw.
Okay. And tap, 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 and backwards. 1, 2, tap. There you go. Wait right there. Tap. Good. Praise. Good. We're gonna try 4 more.
Gonna do all the.
Oh, it wrapped around him like a harness. Almost. Yep, you got it. There it is. Good. Yeah, watch these kids. Tap, back. Good. 1, 2, couple more steps back. Good, right there. Tap, good, and praise. Good, 3 more. So when you start the tapping, also moving backwards.
Okay.
Okay. Tap back, good. Right there. And hold. Tap. And praise. Okay, we're gonna do 1 more.
Do that chair.
I never actually sat in it alone.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Now back. 1, 2. That's good. Yeah, that was a good one. Look at that. Attaboy. It's good. So we're gonna take a pause right there. So the reason for the movement back is for Pancho. For Pancho, it acts as a visual cue. So like, let's say you had him off leash somewhere and he was out of earshot. When you tap him, you'll get the attention and he'll know that he's supposed to look for you. But he won't be able to hear you. But when he sees you moving backwards like that, that's his visual cue of I need you to return to me. Okay? So I do that to this day with my dogs. Whenever I call them, I will move backwards. At least 3 steps. Once you see that he's locked on, then you're good. Okay? Or if you were to detour, you would turn to pivot to face him and move back and tap again.
Well, it makes sense now.
You're doing, yeah. Okay? So, as most people when they call their dogs, like the most common thing I'll get people that they'll say like, Jesse, I call my dog the dog park, they don't come to me, but then when I leave the dog park or I start to walk to the gate, the dog would come because they're scared I'm going to leave. I'm like, no, the dog's not scared you're going to leave. They don't think like that. Now you're moving, and movement attracts them. But when they're calling them, they're just standing still. Okay, so what we're doing is we're calling Pancho come, but then adding this movement to direct them towards us. Okay, to give something attached to. So this way, like let's say if you're out and there's a lot of stuff going on, you differentiate yourself from the rest of the area because you're moving away from him. Okay, you always want to be facing Pancho, but moving away from him. I don't like calling dogs and giving my back to them because then you don't know what they're doing. Right? So I always keep myself facing the dog, but always moving away from. So if I call Pancho and he comes to me, but then runs that way, you turn like this, tap, and move this way. Okay? He is supposed to automatically sit whenever you come to a stop, which is why you're getting that to happen there. And we're just setting the foundation down for the recall exercise. So now what we're going to do is same thing, but now we're going to start adding the word come. Okay? So you're going to go Pancho come, then the tapping with the moving back, and then the tension if needed. Okay? But you'll still reel in your leash like you have been. Okay? Questions? Alright, when you're ready.
No, you don't? Okay.
Too many actions, too many commands.
I mean, it was one command, but... get him. And it starts with the command, yes?
Yes, so you'll say Pancho come, then the tapping with the movement back, then the leash tension, and then reeling in the leash.
I sobered up.
Essentially what you've been doing, but now you're saying words first.
Don't repeat it or just once?
Just once.
Pancho, come.
Yep, and back. One, tap, tap. There you go. Hold right there. Wait a moment. Tap. Praise. Good. 4 more.
All right, come. Pancho, come.
Tap, tap, and back. 1, 2, back, tap. Good. Good. Praise. Good. 3 more.
Pancho, come here.
Back, tap, good. Back, tap. Good, wait. Tap. Tap. Good, praise. Good, 2 more.
Pancho, come.
Tap, back.
Try that one.
Did you do the smooth button or the bumpy one?
Should be the normal, the tap one.
Okay, tap. Praise.
Good.
You're at 45?
Yes.
Let's go down to 30. And 2 more. And when you call them, Pancho come, tap.
Immediately after the word.
Mhm.
Pancho, come.
Tap, back, tap. Good. There you go. Tap. Good. Praise. 1 more.
Pancho, come.
Back. Good. Tap. Good. Tap. Praise.
Whoa.
Excellent. Let's go and swap handlers.
Give turn.
Oh. Back, tap. You got it. Back, back, tap. Back, back, back. Back. You got it. Back, tap. There you go. Good. And praise. Good. 4 more. Yep, back, tap, back, tap, tap, back, 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 back. Pull, pull, pull. There you go. Keep going. Back, back. There you go. Good. Tap. Tap. Good. Right there. 3 more. Good. And back. 1, 2, 3. That's good. And praise. Good. 2 more. Tap. There you go. Tap. Good. Praise. 1 more. Back. Yep. Back. Tap. Good. Back. Back. Good. Wait. Hold right there. Tap. Tap back. Good. Go ahead and bring him right here. You're good. Go ahead and bring him over. I'm going to give you guys your homework.
Done with this one now?
Yeah, you're good. So, this here is just the foundation for the heel. I mean, for the recall. Okay, it's not realistic. Obviously, you're not going to be calling Pancho away from each other, but it's just to get him the concept of come to me. Okay. For practicing, what I suggest, like, let's say there's a cargo by you. Does he have any prey drive?
Does he have what?
Prey drive? Like squirrels, rabbits.
Oh yeah, there's
backyard.
It's by the park by us is like by a forest preserve.
Sure.
There's tons of
Stuff.
deer. Even there was a deer like in the park the other day. Yeah.
Okay.
It was nuts.
Sure. So like I would use that to my advantage. So I go with Pancho, bring the leash with you, pop him on the long leash, Pancho free, let him be free, right? He's maybe barking at a tree or whatever, squirrels, let him do that for a little bit. Pancho comes. Okay, so you're calling him away from the squirrels. Put that dog over there.
I don't even know any dogs.
Is you're calling him away from the squirrels. Because that's not realistic. So when I actually practice recall, I practice pop with the front. Relax. Is I'll let him be free, you know, just like 10 minutes, whatever, just wandering. Yeah, on the long leash, and then like randomly Pancho count. Okay, I don't drill it like this. I do this if I have to. Okay, or if I work with a couple and practice with each other. But realistically speaking, up on the color. So let's say I go for 30 minutes. I might give him 10 minutes of running around, then I call him once, good, break, and then I might let him finish the last 20 minutes running around, and one more recall. So I don't do a bunch of them. Because if you do a bunch of them, he may get too paranoid and will not want to leave your side. I think with Pancho's case, probably that. But yeah, if you drill it too much, he won't leave you. So then you can't practice the recall. So I randomize how much I actually call him within a training session. So like I might go for 30 minutes and call him once at the very end.
Okay.
Or I might go for 30 minutes the next day and call him 5 times. And then I let him go right back to what he was doing. so that he learns like, hey, I'm just gonna call you, you get over here, and then you're gonna get to go right back to it. Okay, so he doesn't pick up on any patterns. If you go there and you drill it like 20 times every single time, he's gonna go there and just like, I know you're gonna call me, it's no fun. Okay? So if there's no distractions there, you can practice like this with each other. You know, just forcing that separation so you can actually recall them. At this phase, you do not want to call him.
No, I probably should have got him, right?
You don't want to call him and not be able to reinforce it. Okay, so every time you call him, you want to have him on that long leash. So you can make him return. People, you know, heel is easy because heel you practice every day, 3 times a day, right? Recall is not so easy because you have to go somewhere to practice it. So unless it's like you conveniently live across the street from like a park or the forest reserve or whatever, it's going to most likely take you the longest to teach. Okay? It's pretty common. In terms of our numbers, we were much higher earlier, and then we gradually went down a little bit. I'm kind of wondering if a lot of this howling and barking stuff is just frustration. You know. So if you neuter him during the program, he's going to need to take a week
I
off.
think that's really right.
Okay, which is fine. You just let us know. I would be curious to see him afterwards. Okay, so like that bull terrier that we had, his number was like 120, right? And he was just bulldozing to everything. Everything was just right. And then they neutered him. His number went down to 70, 80, and then he stopped the bulldozing. Okay, so I'm curious if like all this just like on sexual frustration. You know, because he just barks and howls at dogs.
I get it, man. I get it.
And the thing about instinctive behavior is that my Chihuahua, I don't know if I told you this last time, he's 8 pounds. He was unneutered until he was 8 years old. Okay? And I remember he would mount females, and I would blast him on 100. And he'd go right back to it. Right back to it. And it took about 4 to 5 hits. And then he'd finally like leave it alone. And then like 15 minutes later, he'd be back like wanting to try again. Okay, because one dog is physical animals, but 2, their instinct is so strong. Because for humans, like how it's not as bad as like animals have to.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have to.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where I'm curious as to a lot of this. Because every time he looks at a dog, he just goes from barking to howling. You know, like even from like. A dog can smell a female in heat from like a couple miles away, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff. Okay, so I'm really curious as to just how much he's going to taper down, and just his mannerisms, the way he moves and stuff. Like it's just go. It's much like that other dog. So okay, but yeah, if you plan the neutering, don't worry about training stuff, but we'll definitely have to postpone a week because he's going to need a couple weeks to heal up. It's pretty normal, but you can still keep it like if you're walking and stuff. I know the vets will tell you keep their activity low. In my experience, after neutering, within the day, the dogs are back to doing normal behavior. But I wouldn't run him and like make him play fetch or anything. But you know, any like low-level activity should be okay. And you want to keep him away from if it's raining or something. You want to keep the site dry. But then you can a risk infection. Lightly go up here, up, and relax. And you can use that as an alternate means of trying to de-escalate them, as you just slowly but surely pull up until it like shuts up, and then just ease that pressure. Okay? See how that works. Questions about any of this? Good. You guys did real good. Everybody in the beginning is like, what the hell do I got to do? I'm like, once you start doing it, it makes a little bit more sense.
Like 9 out of 10 walking.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, just have the long leash with you, and it just goes somewhere where you have the space to practice, you know? And just meander with him, let him be a dog and stuff. And then when he's really distracted by something, let him engage with it. You know, because the more he's doing that, the less he's paying attention to you. Then do a random recall. So I tell people like kids are playing a video game. You know, I remember me growing up, my mom would be like, wash the dishes, and I'm like, okay, mom. And 30 minutes later, I'd still be playing video. You know, so it's the same thing for dogs, squirrels, rabbits, whatever it is. That's his video game. A couple of minutes in, Now you get over it.
When I did try.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the Zoom sessions.
Yeah.
Are those like in lieu of these, or there's like do we just schedule them for like a normal session?
Oh no. You can schedule that in between sessions.
Yeah, I know.
So like if you want to have on Thursday and still see you Saturday, we would still hold that.
What are the availability? Like how late do you do those ones?
I mean, my latest ones this week are like 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
I have one tonight at 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, we're done at work at 5, so I just wanted to like answer that. I guess.
Yeah, just talk to Maria. And then if you shoot me an email and then of what you want to cover, because I know there's the people coming over, because I have to send you videos for that. Okay, for you to review before we go to the exercise.
In 2 weeks, I was going to hit Rita today, but 2 weeks from today, we're going to skip or reschedule.
Okay, yeah, just reach out to her so we can start planning ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll see you this next week, but not the following week. Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
Don't forget your stuff. Sounds good.
Thank you very much.